So, I mean, a lot of things are going crazy right now in the world. You got people getting fired for tweets. You got, or Instagram posts, whatever the fuck, who cares? Social media shit.
Fired for tweets?
Yeah.
That's legit, though.
Yeah.
Like, I have to take, we have to take that as well as, like, the work harassment shit. We now have to take a social media one, too, every year.
And a lot of companies, too, definitely have that social media shit. And, like, so if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's been all over the place. Gina Carano of The Mandalorian was actually fired from Disney, Lucasfilm, because of some crazy social media posts. Let's leave it at that, right?
Right.
We don't need to go into detail what the posts were or any of that. Just on the base level, like, I would say that, yeah, she fucked up. I mean, they gave her the opportunity to, like, to move on from her previous issues, because this isn't the first time that she's had issues with her social media posts, right?
Right.
So, I mean, they gave her opportunities to, like, clean up. They were actually deciding to do a spinoff with her as one of the main stars of the spinoff, right?
I didn't know that.
So they were really giving her the opportunity to grow, and they were going to invest in her character and all that, right? So, like, when it comes to business, right? Like, if you sign a contract, right, and in your contract it says you can't make no wild ass social media posts, regardless of what they were, right? You just, it's a stipulation. If it's a stipulation within your contract and you violate that stipulation, and within the contract it says that, you know, Disney has the right to cancel or end her contract if she violates.
It's a fireable offense.
Right.
Yeah, it makes your contract void.
There's nothing, like, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. But also in the same vein, it's pretty hypocritical of Disney.
Well, yeah, Disney's always on the shade.
To want to fire somebody over some post, you know?
Disney shading. But that is how it works. I mean, if it's a fireable offense under the nature of the law of the contract, I guess.
Right. Like, I'm not knocking Disney either way.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not knocking Disney.
Especially if she had fucked up before. Like, unfortunately, I'm gonna say this, but, like, the social activist in her, she couldn't cap it for, you know. For
I mean, business, sometimes, too, you just gotta, like...
No, I get that, too, but you also aren't allowed to bring religion and other politics into the workplace either.
Right.
Like, I can't just go to my regular-ass job and just go start talking shit and telling everybody they need to be Catholics or some weird shit, you know what I mean? And tell them that they're going to fucking hell. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. But no, I feel you. I got it here.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's gotta be the same shit, especially if you're in the entertainment business, which means just in the public eye business. How about
so,
that?
like, what I don't like about it, though, because there is something I don't like about them firing her, right? And really what it is I feel like nobody should be punished for their views, right? And I think Disney was in a position of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. And they had to weigh the options, right? They had to weigh whether losing a giant chunk of their fan base or losing a very, very small percentage of their fan base, right? Yeah. Right? So,
it happens all the time, even with, like, big...
Right.
Players.
So, like, within a business sense, it just makes sense for them to just cut their ties now before they invested deeply in the new series, and she did some even more wild shit.
Yeah.
Right? Because her platform got bigger, and maybe it enhanced her views in a way where they're...
What's what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't cap the social activists in her because she knew she had a giant platform now.
Right.
Which is fine. That's what I'm saying. I think you're trying to say that too, though. Like, it's not a knock on her. But it's just like, I think hopefully, and she probably does. She's got to You got to understand that it's the nature of the beast. Did it?
Yeah, the bottom percolator part is gone. But yeah. So
Damn it.
First casualty.
Well,
like all he had to do was put water in it.
Oh man.
anyway.
Well, at least it's just a down stem.
That ain't nothing. But nah. So I'm not actually knocking anybody involved in this situation. Like, it played out exactly how it probably should have played out. Realistically, I mean,
the Hollywood ending. I mean, like, unfortunately, the real Hollywood ending.
To be honest, like, I don't necessarily 100% agree with anything she's ever said, really. I mean, maybe she's made some good points that, I mean, I may have overlooked or whatever. I mean, I don't follow her, so I don't know what she really posts anyway. But, like, I do respect how she was speaking her mind, despite being in an industry whose views collectively are pretty much the complete opposite of hers.
Yeah.
So I do give her props for speaking out for what she believes in, regardless if she's wrong or right.
Right.
Like, just the straight up balls to fucking take on all of Hollywood.
Yeah, the establishment.
Right? You know what I mean? Like,
stick it to the man.
That deserves a little bit of respect.
But she seems very much like that, right?
Yeah.
She seems like she was already kind of like that.
And, like, what she said was definitely out of pocket, I would say. Like, I mean, to put it lightly, I guess. But I also didn't see it as Semitism either.
No.
Like, I didn't read it that way. Like, I get comparing the Holocaust with anything is just ridiculously, like, dumb, unless we're talking about, like, you know, how Stalin murdered millions of Russians, or like how Mao murdered millions of Chinese.
Yeah, sort of.
Or
but,
like, you know what I mean?
But
like,
that shit's popular speech right now. That's what it is too.
But I mean, like,
it's popular to talk dictatorships. It's popular to talk like fucking totalitarian shit, authoritarian shit. It's part of the pop culture right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, if we're really gonna dig into it a little bit, like, I would say, like, what's interesting, I guess, about, or maybe the irony in it all is, you know, my bad. Walt Disney, actually.
Hitler.
Maybe, you know what I mean?
Walter.
Yeah, that was out of pocket, maybe. But anyway, Walt Disney actually invited Hitler's top, like, movie director to his studios, like, before the war.
The dude that did all the propaganda.
It's actually a female. No, it was actually a female director.
Okay, some chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he actually invited her to the studio, gave her a tour of, like, Disney Studios and all that shit, like, pre-war. So it's like, it's kind of crazy to, like, I mean, maybe that's the irony in it, like, that Disney himself, you know, interacted with Nazis. I'm not going to go out and say he's a Nazi sympathizer or anything like that, but he did entertain them.
No, I as soon as you said that, I imagined some, like, Nazi animatronics.
I mean, and if you are a fan of The Simpsons and you watch The Simpsons all them years, like, there's a lot of, like, they kind of hint at that a little bit. And then, obviously, Family Guy has hinted at that, like, pretty outright.
Well, so, look. Walt Disney was just one of the first, in a way, what a modern-day tech giant is.
Yeah.
He was that back then. He was just a mogul. That was just like, oh, I'm part of, like,
I mean, he was a
shit
pioneer.
that happens
he was a
in the world
pioneer
now.
within a new industry, right?
He blew it up. Though,
he was the pioneer within that industry.
Like, recently, you know what's been blowing up is, I guess, because someone made a TikTok of it, but, like, a bunch of different Disney scenes that are the exact same, like, walk, and it's like, Mowgli, we need to...
Right.
And it's like, people are just barely finding out about it.
It's the same formula over and over. It works, so you're not going to fix something.
No, and back then it was just different. It's just like, people are tripping, and I'm like, I think you guys just need to understand how hard hand-drawn animation is. Animation in general. But hand-drawn fucking animation, are you guys out of your mind?
Yeah, no, that's that.
And they were tracing over shit that they were filming with an actual camera first.
Right.
They were making actors actually act all that shit out. That's how they got all of those fucking, like, the gestures and the sensibilities in the face that made all the characters, like, semi-human. You know what I mean? That's how they fucking did all that. You know, but that's part of the whole propaganda game too. You know,
so I mean,
OG shit.
I guess
Hollywood magic. Isn't that where Hollywood magic was born? Out of, like, you know,
right? No, that's
right?
that's definitely right. Right? Imagineering.
Yeah.
Right. That's what Disney called it. Imagineering. Right. So I mean, I guess with all that being said, I mean, within this scope, did Disney make the right decision? Probably. Do I agree with their decision? No, not really. I mean, but I understand it, and I don't knock them for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so for me, it's like a non-reaction, 10-minute reaction video.
Right.
I mean, realistically, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm still gonna fucking watch Disney Plus. I know there's this, since she got fired, there's this big hashtag cancel Disney shit. But look, we weren't canceling Disney when, at the end of Mulan, when they shouted out the fucking Chinese internment camps, fucking security forces. No, we weren't upset then. Like, we're not upset when fucking, you know what I mean? While China's murdering millions of Muslims, we're not upset about that shit. Like, we're upset about a fucking about an Instagram post. So
you still got your iPhones.
Realistically,
You read that Instagram post on an iPhone.
So I mean, anyway. That's how I feel about that shit. I mean, if you have anything to add about that, then we'll just move on from that.
Nah, actually, I wanted to get into some biscuits. All
right, well, we're going to get into the biscuits then.